what do we have going on here today? I got a bunch of parts here. And some pot lights. So I bought all this stuff when I was in the hospital recovering from quadruple bypass surgery. So I had some time. I was laying there and I had this idea to mount some ditch lights on my truck. But I didn't want them always on my truck. I could see the need for some lights, but I just didn't want to have them permanently mounted on the pillar up there. So I was laying there and I thought of a way to make these things removable with like a quick release mount. I don't know if they actually make stuff like this, but the stuff I got was pretty cheap. So if they do make one, it probably costs more than what I'm going to do. So I think it's a win for me. So I'll show you what my idea is before we start machining some parts to make it all fit together. Okay, first thing we got is some of these ditch light brackets for my second gen Tacoma. I looked on Amazon. They all look the same. If you're telling me one is different than the other than the price, I think you're crazy. Metal is metal to me. So I got these brackets. Oh, I got these brackets here. Yeah, they look nice. Nice enough for what I want to do. Pretty nice. Okay. So we got the brackets to mount the ditch light on the hood brackets, hood hinges. Let's see what else. It comes with some screws. And then we got a set of these LED pot lights from Auxbeam. Let's take a look at them. I haven't popped them open yet, but they look pretty cool in the pictures. All right, let's see what they look like. Cool stickers, instructions. Don't need those. Oh, okay, cool. Very nice. Good size little lights. Not super huge, but bright enough for what I want to do. I just want a little something there, but nothing, too big on the truck. Yeah, these are nice. I think I got them for like $50. I don't know. There's a little wire harness. But I have one of those Auxbeam switch panels in the truck race. So this probably mounts pretty easy. So I probably won't need any of this and just hook it straight up to the panel. All right, that looks cool. So the quick mount that I came up with in my head is, let me show you, is these little pieces. Some of you will probably recognize these things. Picatinny rail, and I got a Picatinny quick release. These are probably meant for scopes, but the idea is we're going to machine all this stuff off the top of this quick release and mount the light on the top of that. So then this will be quick release, and then we're going to take this Picatinny rail and screw it on to this ditch light bracket. So then basically this will clamp onto here with a cam lock like that. It'll be like that, and then you lock it down, and then we'll have the light above it, mount it like that, and it will be plugged in to the other side. So when you want to have your ditch light, you could just pop them on pretty quick, plug them in, and then when you don't want to have your ditch lights in the Costco parking lot, you could pop them off and throw them in the center console. So that's the idea. I think it's going to work out really good. Let's get over to the machine and let's take all this crap off the top, make it, and then maybe tap this. Looks like an 8mm, and then we'll fasten this on here with probably some, I don't know. We'll figure out what we're going to do. Maybe some 1/4-20s or something. Maybe like 1032s we're going to use. So, yeah, we're going to head over to the mill and we're going to put all this stuff together, and we'll have a quick release ditch mount on the truck so we don't have to have it on all the time. Okay, we got to take this stuff off the top. Let's see if we can mount too. Oh, it's a little canted. We got to mount this. Mount it this way. There you go, that way. Let's see if we could do two. Two at once is always better than one at once. Okay, that's nice. Spread these out a little bit. Okay. Should be good. Not gonna go anywhere. Yeah, it looks nice there. Alright, looks pretty good there. Should do it. Good enough for me. I didn't want to bore you guys with all the details of this, but I'm going to drill this hole for an 8mm tap, and we'll tap it. I don't know if I should just punch it through. I guess I could just punch it through. Makes tapping it easier. Just punch it through. Well, I got these mounts all finished. Took off that rail on the top and put a M8 thread in there. And we could put these guys in there now. There you go. I had to cut these bolts down. But I also had to take a little bit of the bracket off. It had the little bumps to hold the bolt from spinning, so when you could tighten it up from the other side. But we couldn't do it that way because we have to thread it from the top. So I guess what we'll do is we'll tighten it up once we get it where we like. We'll just drill and pop a roll pin in there, or I don't know, maybe like a small 832 in there and pin it at the angle we like. But yeah, this side's done. Gotta cut these bolts down on a little lathe over there, and then this side be done. And we'll just mount those Picatinny rails onto the hood bracket, we'll be done. Oh, these mounts came out pretty good. So I got these guys all finished up. So you can see, look at that. And then we got the little cam lock there. We just gotta put this on the rail, mount this rail onto the bracket, and we're done. And then these guys, where's the bolt? Oh yeah, let's put this on there and see how this looks. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's gonna work out really nice. Okay, so something like this. And we got the Picatinny rail clamp here. And then we just clamp this on when we want it and then pop it off when you don't need it. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. I like it. I like it. I like it when the idea comes. So, I mean, I have a little mill here in the lathe, but I mean, if you did some precision angle grinding in a probably a hand drill, you could probably do this too. You know, Sharpie marker and a drill, I think you'll be done too pretty quick too, and some precision angle grinding, and then you could probably get this done without any kind of machinery. But I have the machine, so I kind of like to do things on the machine. But yeah, that's pretty cool looking. I like it. And let me go put these guys on here. I think I might favor it more towards the front of the bracket. Well, let's see. It goes like that. I think I'm gonna favor it more towards the front, just to make sure we have a little more room on the back side, just in case it, wants to hit the windshield when you open the hood. Got the bracket in the mill. Yeah, it probably got to go somewhere about right there. Oh, yeah, looks good right there. Okay, let me go pop a couple holes in this thing and tap, and we're all done. Okay, we finished it up. So now we have the rail mounted to the hood bracket for the ditch light. And then we just gotta go like that. And then you just lock it down on there. And you're on there. Look at that. I like it. Came out perfect. The way I was thinking about it in my head. You can see. And then when you want to take it off, you just unplug it. And then you just have this on the hood, so it's not too bad looking. There's the other one's done too, same thing. You just pop it off. Pop it back on, you want it. Get to the mall, you pop them on. Yeah. Yeah, this is done. I gotta clean up this mess and possibly go out there and mount them on the truck, but it's like frigidly cold out there. It's like 52 degrees. It's 52 degrees in Sacramento. It's a little too cold for me, but maybe tomorrow I'll go out there and put it on there. But yeah, I like it. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Sometimes you just don't want this on there all the time. Boom. Click. All right, tomorrow, put them on. Clean up this mess. Welcome back. It's been a few days and the sun's out and it's time to mount these ditch mount brackets that we machined a couple days ago. So you can see you have the little Picatinny rails mounted on there. And I guess what we have to do is mount them underneath these little hood hinges right here. I don't know, I guess maybe I'll take off one bolt at a time and then see how that goes. See if we could just slide it in there. Well, we better mark it first. Let's mark it first before we do anything, just in case the hood moves when we unbolt that. So it's always a good idea to let's draw a couple lines around there and mark that. So I think the good idea would just to put a little mark here and here and here before we unloosen these brackets and see what happens. Okay. I don't know if you're supposed to do one at a time or what. Let's try. Let's stick this one in there and see what happens. Like that, huh? Let me do something like that, huh? Let's see what happens if we... I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. I'm not too strong right now because 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago, I had a 4-way bypass, and that's another story right there. But my chest muscle's a little weak still, so just turning these off was a little bit of strain there, but it felt okay. Well, that went on pretty easy. Oh, I see a little gap on the hood, but I guess we'll push it more towards the front. Okay. Let me take a look at the marks. The marks look good there, so I don't think anything moved. Just snug it down. Ooh. I can't pull too hard. My chest muscle's not all together yet. Just using my forearm, not trying to use any of my chest on this. Oh, cool. That looks cool. And it fits good too. Take a look at this. So I think that's plenty of room right here. The light should be about right here. I think that should clear. And then, cool. That went on pretty easy. Well, I guess it doesn't really move the hood, but I guess it's always a good idea just to mark something just in case it does move. And you got an idea where it goes back to. All right, that looks cool. Just push them all the way forward. Get them. I should do it. Okay, that's on there. Got the light here. Cool. I should do it maybe like that, huh? I guess you could. Probably something like that. I mean, that would be, down there would be the ditch. Let's mount this one on there. See how it looks. we go. Probably somewhere like that. We'll have to put the whole cord down there somewhere, but yeah, I like it. That looks cool. I like it. You can pop them off if you don't want them, you know. Oops, shit. Okay. Yeah, right there. And we'll just put some zip ties on this along this top. It's weird because I'm not the type that likes to put a lot of zip ties. Because I mean, it looks cool and all having a lot of, you know, neat wiring, but when you have to work on it or take something apart, man, it's a pain in the butt to do. But we'll put a few on here. We'll just leave it nice and flat so it's nice and flat on top of this harness instead of all twisted up. Well, the lights are mounted. They're kind of aimed, but yeah, that quick release mount works good. This is how they look like on the truck. I think it came out like I wanted them to. Quick release, just unplug them. I guess maybe we could kind of aim them at night where we want to have them at, but right there is where I set them, just on the driveway. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the way the mounts came out. It came out exactly like how I envisioned it when I was laying in the hospital bed. Yeah, like I said previously in the earlier parts of the video, you don't really need to have a mill to do this part. You could grind it off and hit it with a file or hit it with a belt sander and then get a drill and tap a little hole for the light to screw in. So it's not necessary. I have the mill, so I just tend to use it more often. I think it's pretty cool. You know, you can just pop them on, pop it off. I really want the lights on there, but I just didn't want them on there all the time. And I suspect some of you guys might feel the same way. I'm just a casual off-roader, and I don't need them on there all the time. So that's the reason for this idea in my head. So I'll leave a link to all the parts in the description, but I mean, there's a few ways to do this. I've seen some other mounts that didn't even have a rail to machine off. It just had a strap for your belt to fit on, so you almost could just push that out and tap that hole and you know, get rid of that step and make it even quicker. But yeah, thank you for watching the video, and give me a like. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment and I'll answer them for you. See you guys later. Bye-bye.